Almost 10 minutes have gone in joining. So we shall start today with the two diagrams, hemodiagrams of COF6 3 minus and CONH6 3 plus. On similar grounds that we have drawn the diagram for hexacotitanium plus 3 ion, on similar grounds we are going to construct two more diagrams today. So how to add the electrons in the various bonding and anti-bonding molecular orbitals that we already studied while looking at the diagram for the first diagram, that is a titanium TiH2O6 3 plus diagram, where only 13 electrons were present. But today we are going to study some MO diagrams which contains more than 13 electrons. So these two diagrams involve more electrons as compared to the previous diagram. So in this diagram, we have seen during the seminars and also during my lecture, we have seen that the 9 significant orbitals coming from metal, that is 3D, 4s and 4p. These are the 9 significant orbitals from metal, and 6 ligand group orbitals which we call this as LGOs. So these LGOs are shown comparatively at low energy as compared to the AOs of the metal. So the total number of atomic orbitals which are involved in the system are 15, and as per the salient features that we have already studied, that the total number of newly formed molecular orbitals are just equal to the total number of participating atomic orbitals. So in these cases, the participating atomic orbitals are 15 in number. So newly formed molecular orbitals are also equal in number. That is 15 molecular orbitals have been produced. Amongst these 15 molecular orbitals which are newly formed, 6 orbitals are bonding, 6 are anti-bonding, total are 12, and 3 are non-bonding, that is a T2GN. We also revealed that the T2G group of orbitals, that is the dxy, dyz and dxz, these are the group of 3 orbitals which are having their lobes in between the coordinate axis. So those orbitals having their lobes in between the coordinate axis, they do not participate in molecular system because these orbitals are of pi charactered orbitals. So according to molecular orbital theory, the pi charactered orbitals are not involved. They simply transfer to the molecular system and they remain non-bonding. So this is how we have constructed the MO diagram. Based on these ground lines, we have to construct today two more diagrams of cobalt with fluorine and another with ammonia. The metal atom is same. So again, take your notebook and pen. We are going to draw the diagrams. So draw the diagram side by side that I am drawing here. So draw this diagram first. I request all of you, that if you are unable to see the diagram that I am drawing, you have to increase your brightness of your mobile phone. That will enable you to see the clear picture of the diagram. So the second MO diagram is of COF6 3 minus. The IUPAC nomenclature is hexafluorocobaltate. Hexafluorocobaltate 3 ion. Here the name of the metal ion ends with ATE. It is not cobalt, it is cobaltate, because as per IUPAC nomenclature we know that when the secondary valencies are satisfied by a negative ion, then the name of the metal ion that ends with ATE. So the secondary valency in this case is satisfied by 6 fluoroligands which are negative charge, hence the name of the metal ion that ends with ATE. So hexafluoro cobaltate 3 minus ion, because here the primary valence of cobalt is not satisfied and hence it forms an ion. So again, as usual, we have to show the increasing energy on extreme left hand side. So show this increasing energy. Then first of all, the 3D orbitals, 5 3D orbitals, show these 5 3D orbitals like this. These are the 5 3D orbitals, and as we know, we have to label these orbitals as, according to molecular orbital theory, these are known as EG and T2G. As we know, we have studied while studying the crystal field theory. Then next higher energy level orbital available after 3D is 4s. According to molecular orbital theory, these are designated as A1G, non-degenerate total symmetry, that is a spherically symmetrical orbital, a single orbital, non-degenerate because it is only one orbital, hence the word non-degenerate is used, and the letter small a is also used for non-degenerate orbital. Here these are the group of orbitals, that is 4p. According to molecular orbital theory, these are labeled as T1U, triply degenerate, a set of 3 orbitals having equal energy content but differing in their space orientation. So these are the 9 significant orbitals coming from metal. So here you have to write, these are the AOs of cobalt plus 3. You have to write here AOs of cobalt. Then we have to show the LGOs which are having comparatively low energy as compared to the participating atomic orbitals. So 6 orbitals coming from 6 fluorides, those are shown here. So these are 6 LGOs of fluorine. 6 LGOs of fluorine. We have to label that during the study of postulates of molecular orbital theory, 6 composite symmetry orbitals have been produced. So these are the 6 composite symmetry orbitals having equal energy content, or they are somewhat similar to the 9 significant AOs. So we have to label these as A1G, then T1U, and the remaining 2 orbitals are EG. So these are 6 orbitals which are having comparatively similar symmetry as those were exhibited by metal orbitals, that is 3D, 4s and 4p. So these are the 6 LGOs of fluorine, and in the central part here we have to write the corresponding MOs of COF6 3 minus, corresponding molecular orbitals of COF6 3 minus. So this is how we have constructed the blank MO diagram for the hexafluorocobaltate 3 ion, where 15 atomic orbitals coming from the metal as well as the LGOs have been shown here. Now just see here, you have to write side by side. Cobalt, as we know, it is a 27th member of periodic table, having the electron configuration in terms of argon core is 4s2 3d7. Argon is having atom number 18, inert gas element 18 plus 2 is 20 plus 7 is 27. In this case, in this complex, the primary valency of cobalt is plus 3. So this primary valency is not satisfied, and hence in this complex cobalt is having plus 3 oxidation state. As we know that the primary valency corresponds to the oxidation state. So the electronic configuration for cobalt plus 3 ion is 4s03d6. How it comes? It loses 2 electrons from 4s, which is filled at calcium atom number 20, and one of the electron from 7 that becomes 3d6. So for cobalt plus 3 it is 3d6. So it is an example of d6 case. You're right, this is a d6 case. Now you also borne in mind that whenever fluorine, chlorine or water, neutral water molecules are there, these are weak ligands. You have to mention in your notebook, whenever such types of ligands are involved, they are always weak ligands, and whenever cyanide or ammonia molecule, such type of ligands are there, these are always strong field ligands or strong ligands. Strong ligands interact with the metal d orbitals very strongly, while weak ligands interact with the metal d orbitals very weakly. So from these, one should bear in mind that in this complex, fluorine is involved and fluorine is a weak ligand. So these fluorine interact with the metal d orbitals very weakly, and because weak interaction is there, the d orbitals of cobalt, they do not split to a maximum extent. The extent of splitting is very less. So that will show in our diagram. So first of all, we have to show the 6 electrons of this cobalt. How can we show? As per Hund's rule and Pauli's exclusion principle. What is the Hund's rule? When a set of orbitals is available, then first electrons occupy singly and then pairing starts. So 6th electron is shown in the first orbital, or you can also show this paired electron here also, or here. So because all the orbitals are degenerate, having equal energy content, so they may occupy either of these orbitals. Now, every fluorine will contribute 2 electrons, because as we know, as per the definition, that ligand is an electron rich species which is capable of donating electrons to the metal. So fluorine having atomic number 9, its electronic configuration 1s2, 2s2 and 2p5. So fluorine is a highly electronegative element in the periodic table, belonging to 7th A group of the periodic table. As it is highly electronegative, it has a tendency to receive electrons. So when it receives 1 electron, the configuration becomes 2s2 and 2p6. That means 6 plus 2, 8 electrons are there. So instead of 9 electrons, fluoride ion contains 10 electrons. So 10 electrons means the configuration of neon, which is again inert gas element. So it exhibits a neon configuration as it has received 1 electron to complete its octet, and hence we always write a single negative charge on fluorine. So it has received 1 electron. So the 9th and 10th electron is contributed like this: first fluorine, the second fluorine, third fluorine, fourth, fifth and sixth. So 6 fluorides, they can contribute their 2 electrons or 6 electron pairs or 12 electrons, which are donated by 6 LGOs of fluorine. Now if you look here, that 6 electrons are donated by cobalt plus 3 plus 12 electrons are donated by 6 fluorides. So total number of electrons are 18. So total electrons are 18. So it is again 18 electron system where 18 electrons are involved. 6 electrons are contributed by metal and 12 electrons are contributed by 6 fluorides. Now the first bond between cobalt and fluorine, that is formed on account of A1G. So show in your diagram, first orbital is A1G. Show this orbital A1G. Label this orbital as A1G. Now A1G side of metal, that is cobalt, is entirely empty. So we have to show that there is no contribution from metal side, a dotted line from cobalt. But requisite number of electrons are present in LGOs, and hence there is a contribution from LGO side. So show a thick line from LGO, and these two electrons are to be shown here. So the first bond between cobalt and fluorine is formed on account of empty orbitals of metal and filled orbitals of LGOs. Now the corresponding high energy antibonding molecular orbital, here this is labeled as A1G star antibonding, as all the electrons are consumed in the formation of this bond between cobalt and fluorine, and hence no contribution from metal as well as the ligand, and hence we have to show a dotted line from both the sides for antibonding high energy destabilizing molecular orbitals. So no contribution indicates, that is a dotted line. So thick line indicates that there is a contribution from that side only. So we have shown a thick line from LGOs. So there is a contribution from LGOs in the formation of this molecular orbital. Now, at a time, 3 bonds have been produced like this. Show these 3 bonds. Label these molecular orbitals as a T1U, AAA generate. Now, after drawing these 3 orbitals, again consider, look at this diagram, consider the 4p, that is a T1U atomic orbitals of cobalt, which do not contain any electron, so they are empty. So again we have to show a dotted line from T1U side of metal, but the requisite number of electrons are present in T1U side of LGOs, that is 6 electrons are required. So all the 6 electrons are contributed by LGOs. So show these 6 electrons like this. On account of this, there is a thick line from LGO. Now the corresponding high energy antibonding molecular orbitals are to be shown here. This is first, second and third. Now label these orbitals as T1U star. Antibonding molecular orbitals are always denoted by a star sign. So show again a dotted line from metal side as well as from the ligand side. So these dotted lines indicates that there is no contribution from either metal or from LGO. So these electrons are used, these electrons are also used, these electrons and these electrons. So amongst 12 electrons or 6 electron pairs, 4 electron pairs are engaged in forming bonds between cobalt and fluorine. Now still 2 more bonds are to be produced between cobalt and fluorine. So show these 2 molecular orbitals. Label these orbitals as EG. Now look here. Now if we look at the EG side of metal, which contains 3 electrons, here EG side of LGOs contain 4 electrons. Here, according to convention of molecular orbital theory, it is revealed that all the electrons are contributed only by ligands, not by the metal. Even though these 2 electrons are to be shown here, or these orbitals are overlapping with one of the orbital, then if you look at the energy difference between 3d orbitals of this cobalt and the Eg orbitals of the molecular orbitals. This energy gap is large enough, but if we look at the energy gap or energy difference between LGOs and bonding molecular orbital, this energy gap is very small. Because small energy gap is there, these 4 electrons or 2 electrons are contributed by Eg of LGOs. It is showing I am running out of time. 10 minutes are left. We are going to again continue by using the same link. So these are the 4 electrons or 2 electron pairs which can be shown like this. And there is no contribution from the metal side, even though it is having 3 electrons. The requisite of electrons is the 4 electrons. So 3 electrons are not needed. Another reason is that this process is not energetically favorable because the energy gap between the AOs of metal and the LGOs of ligand, this energy gap is very small enough. So all the 4 electrons or 2 electron pairs are contributed by Eg of LGOs. So there is a thick line. Now we have to show the antibonding molecular orbitals like this. Label these molecular orbitals as Eg star. Now again show the T2G group of orbitals. They simply transfer to the molecular system and they remain non-bonding. So here label these molecular orbitals as a non-bonding T2GN. They simply transfer to the molecular system. No energy changes takes place because these are the pi charactered orbitals and hence they simply transfer to the molecular system and remain non-bonding. Now as we know, whenever there is a D6 case and ligand field is weak, whenever there is a D6 case ligand field is weak, what are the points those are to be remember? Weak ligand field means crystal field splitting, that is delta value is small enough, that is the energy gap between T2G and Eg, this energy gap is very small because weak ligands interact with the metal d orbitals very weakly. On account of this energy gap is very small. Show the delta O sign which indicates as it is a small value because weak ligands are there. Weak ligands interact with the metal d orbitals very weakly. So this delta O value is very small because weak ligands are there. Now I have given you the worksheet where we have arrived at the D6 case. Whenever D6 case is there, weak ligands are there. First of all, amongst the 6 electrons, here there are 6 electrons are there. First of all, the 3 electrons occupy singly like this. As the energy gap is very small enough, so less amount of energy is required to place the electron in the high energy Eg star orbital. So 4th electron occupies here and 5th electron occupies here. This is strictly according to above principle, Pauli's exclusion principle and Hund's rule of maximum multiplicity. Now the question arises, the 6th electron, where can we put the electron? Again we have to apply the Hund's rule and Pauli's exclusion principle. When a set of orbitals available, first electrons occupy singly, then pairing starts. So the 6th electron is to be shown in T2G group of orbital. So we have to show a thick line to Eg star, again a thick line to T2GN. So this contribution becomes like this. The reason for this is that very less amount of energy is required to place the electron in high energy Eg star orbital than to pair these electrons here. आपण मागच्या बघितलेलं आहे की ज्याला ligand field हे वीक असतं, लिगॅंड फील्ड वीक असताना एनर्जी डिफरन्स हा कमी असतो. म्हणजे इथं दिस एनर्जी गॅप इज व्हेरी स्मॉल, हेन्स अमाऊंट ऑफ एनर्जी रिक्वायर्ड टू पेअर द इलेक्ट्रॉन इज व्हेरी हाय. पेअरिंग करण्याकरता एनर्जी ही जास्त लागते. का जास्त लागते? कारण लिगॅंड फील्ड हे वीक असल्यामुळं या इलेक्ट्रॉनचं पेअरिंग करण्याकरता एनर्जी जास्त लागते, पण त्याच इलेक्ट्रॉनचं प्लेसमेंट करण्याकरता एनर्जी कमी लागते. आणि एनर्जी कमी का लागते? हा एनर्जी गॅप हा कमी आहे. एनर्जी गॅप कमी असल्यामुळं या इलेक्ट्रॉनचं प्लेसमेंट करण्याकरता एनर्जी कमी लागत असल्यामुळं दिस प्रोसेस इज energetically favorable, hence the electron occupy Eg group of orbitals. But there is no any other alternative, or there is no any other choice than to pair according to above principle, Pauli's exclusion principle and Hund's rule, and hence 6 electron gets paired here. So now we have to check whether our diagram is correct or not. How can we check? That 18 electrons must be there in the molecular system. How the 18 electrons are distributed? Just see here. A1G contains A1G molecular orbital contains 2 electrons, which are shown here. This is A1G. T1U contains 6 electrons. So T1U you have to write side by side. T1U contains 6 electrons. Then Eg bonding molecular orbital contains 4 electrons. So Eg bonding containing 4 electrons. Then next higher energy level orbital is a T2GN, that is a non-bonding. So T2GN 4. And after this, next higher energy level orbital is a Eg star. So Eg star containing 2 electrons. Now count the total number of electrons. 6 plus 2 is 8, plus 4 12, 16 plus 2 is 18. So 18 electrons tallies with this, and hence our MO diagram is correct. So total number of participating electrons are 18, 6 from metal, 12 from ligand, total is 18, and 18 electrons are distributed as like this. Now as usual we have to again label all these bonding molecular orbitals are of responsible to form sigma bond, and hence here the original basic orbital is a 4s, type of bond is sigma, original basic orbital is a 4s, that is this, and hence we can write this as a sigma s. So label this A1G as a sigma s. Then T1U original orbital is a 4p, responsible to form sigma bond. So the type of bond is a sigma, original orbital is a p, hence it is a sigma p. Then come to Eg, original orbital is a 3d, type of bond is a sigma, so sigma bond, original basic orbital is a d, so we label this as a sigma d. So sigma s, sigma p and sigma d. Then in the similar fashion, except to that of non-bonding molecular orbital, this is again labeled as a sigma star d, this is a sigma star s, and this is a sigma star p. So sigma star d, sigma star s and sigma star p. Now here it is showing only less than 1 minute is left. So I would like to conclude here. We are again going to join within 2 minutes. So I'll stop this meeting, continue with the same link.